It's YouTube Wednesday! Okay, I'm going to make some Clacker gloves because I need them inside of my haunted house and I want them for one of my characters. You're going to need a pair of gloves that you like the look of. I kind of like the look of these, but I'm going to end up painting them because I don't like the color scheme. But I don't need those yet. Right now, I need my 90-degree connectors, which are in the electrical section of Home Depot. Get the 1/2 inch. That's the best size for fingers. You can see here exactly what they look like. Look for this in Flex. The Home Depot sections are pretty well color organized. And this purple right here shows up pretty good. And you can see Flex. You'll see 1/2 inch, 90-degree connector. And the piece inside looks like this. There are 2 screws that you'll want to undo. Here. And that leaves you with this piece, which is going to go onto the fingers of your gloves and be the parts that clack together. I'm going to go ahead and separate all these out. And I'm going to keep these because I know I can find a use for them sometime. On these, you want to bend this so that these tabs that are on there are just at a 90-degree angle, as opposed to being, instead of running this way where they would get in the way of each other's fingers, you can bend them up and they can actually help hold this on. Okay, there's a little tab on the end. I also bend up that tab on the end. So now that is much more custom fit to a finger. Just wanted to widen that a little bit. Okay. I'm making 1 pair, so I've just got to do that 9 more times. That's how it comes out of the bag. There are 2 screws that hold this together. I'm just going to take those out. You can use a electric screw gun, but I thought the noise might interfere with the video. So I'm getting carpal tunnel for you. So I bend this guy here. Okay. And the tab on the end. Like I said, I'm going to do this 9 more times. I'll be back. I have all my 10 pieces shaped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I have to glue them onto a glove. So I'm just going to sand them a little bit with a very high grit sandpaper. Really all I want in there is just some scratches from this guy. I think I have a 80 grit block here. There you go. Now that's nice and scratched up. a Dremel with a sanding wheel. Probably do a little better and get inside there better. I have my 10 pieces set up here. They've all been sanded out. This pair of gloves I got from Home Depot in their work glove section for $20. They have these cool Kevlar knuckles. These are not quite as cool, and these were $10 at Home Depot. So you decide how much you want to spend on them. Each one of these was $1.26. So you've already got about $15 in the gloves just from buying these. So you're looking at about $25 if you get this set of gloves. And I have some Gorilla Glue. Going to put just a little bit of Gorilla Glue down here. I need a little bit of water because that's what helps activate Gorilla Glue. Have my Gorilla Glue that I poured out and a bit of water. Just going to go ahead and put on a glove. Get it situated to my hand. Dip a finger in the water. Dip a finger in the Gorilla Glue. And then press this guy into place. My hands, I have fairly short fingers. So when I make these for me, and one of these pair is for me, I just bend over this tab just as far down as I can, and that really helps to hold this guy on. The Gorilla Glue is of course going to foam up around the fingers, but that is what we want. So water, 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 water. And again, I'm just going to bend this tab over. And now my pliers go wide enough to go around my finger. And then I tighten those side pieces too, so that that really holds on well to my finger. My Gorilla Glue has dried. I now have pretty well attached metal pieces on all of the fingers. But I also have some over spillage from the Gorilla Glue. So just going to do some trimming. Just to get all that extra foam cleaned up. I really want a nice clean clacking sound. I don't want to have the foam inhibit the noise. Alright, so that one's done. I'm going to trim the other one. Alright, should now have a set of Clacker gloves. Okay, now that I'm done messing around with those, I want to make these gloves spark. To do that, I have purchased for $10 a Razor Spark Scooter replacement. They're $10 on Amazon. I bought this one at Target. You can find them kind of all over the place. And it's a scooter that they make, the little Razor scooters, and when you push down with your back foot and do a wheelie, it shoots sparks out of the back end. Well, to do that, they have these little spark pieces. And I will attach these to the glove, which makes a much cheaper sparking unit. Looks like that, and all four of these kind of shoot sparks. Yeah. Okay. What I want to do is to set this spark unit up kind of across my palm, like that. To do that, I've got to break some of these clips clear. In order to attach the spark piece to the glove, I'm going to need to sand down these pieces here, okay, which are meant to clip it into the scooter. I'm going to hit it with a belt sander real quick, and I'll be right back. I have taken the piece from the Spark scooter that came like this, with these two tabs on it, and I have trimmed it, so I have just taken those tabs off. I did mine with a belt sander. If you had a clamp and were very careful with the jigsaw or something like that, you could do it with that. Or you could break it off with pliers. I have done that before also. I'm now taking Gorilla Tape. I want to put on the glove. I want to lay this where I want it, which is right over top of the pad part of the hand. I want that to stay on that pad part of the hand. And I don't want to go too tight with the tape. I just want it, because I don't want to be able to get my hands in and out. Just want it to go around, probably a thickness of 2 just about everywhere. Right there. Okay, I'm going to cut that with scissors. I'm going to push it down so it holds everywhere. And I'm going to push it so I can see where the dots were, where that ferrite is, which is going to do the sparking. Now that I can see where that is, I'm going to trim just enough If those don't make contact with the ground, it doesn't spark. So that is why I need to trim it so that those show. And it looks like that when it's done. I can still clack much as I could before. And now I have my sparker unit. I'll show you what that looks like. I can slide on just the fingertips, or I can slide and put some sparks on. So, there you go. That's spark gloves. Ha!